How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading while the price is going up or down. Evidence in SEC suit includes 2020 testimony of Binance US long silent CEO. Former Binance US CEO Catherine Collet, who is known as BAM CEO A, has provided testimony to the SEC in 2022 when it was investigating them for Binance for insider trading. The testimony has resurfaced as an exhibit in the new case because these passages concern how the two entities are not separate at all. Coley was the Binance US CEO from the founding in 2019 until she resigned in 2021, so she was CEO for 3 years. PZ was involved in her hiring, but quickly became frustrated with Binance US's lack of independence. She was quoted saying, "I wanted full independence of everything, but that wouldn't necessarily be possible at that time, given our reliance on some of those components in 4 service level agreements with Binance.com. Those agreements were basically where Binance.com had full control of all the keys and wallets and everything." Now, SEC has not labeled any proof of work assets as a security. Why is that? So the article just points out that the major distinction between some of the coins being attacked and coins that have not been attacked yet is proof of stake versus proof of work. Proof of work is like Bitcoin, where you use async miners or some sort of GPU to mine or some other mechanism to mine tokens. Where proof of stake, you store your tokens in a validator and then you get tokens as rewards. They both give you tokens as rewards, but for some reason the SEC has really taken a dislike to the proof of stake version. So Hotbit Exchange, this user is claiming that they're trying to steal all the funds from their users. Well, I think it's mainly because they're on ERC20. So they're on the Ethereum chain where the gas fees are the highest you can see anywhere. They have closed down 17 days ago, so they have about 12, well, this was yesterday, so they have about 12 more days left. And this sounds like a graceful exit, but the fees are just astronomical. It's ERC20, this person was trying to just withdraw $58 in Tether, and their fee was $48. So they're seeing really high gas fees where the user is not going to really get much of their money, and it almost doesn't pay for them to even take the money off the exchange. So something needs to be addressed. Hotbit should offer a better off-ramp, something with lower fees. So our stochastic is falling. We are overall losing, but we are trying to curl up here. So we are trying to make a rebound. RSI is trying to rebound as well. Money flow is still inching out. This is on our total. Our VWAP, if I could speak, wants to head up. And our momentum is coming down. So we're getting a lot of indecision on our signals. We got a little bit of a retest because we got a really big candle, just like the day before. So watch out for this pattern to keep continuing, because we could just keep stair-stepping down like this, which would be a volatile move down. We pretty much have filled our whole flag from where the bottoms of these wicks are. Like I said, you're not always going to get the full breakdown, so don't think that this has to fill to $324, because just coming here is good enough. So we could make a rebound here. So watch for any kind of like a big green candle tomorrow or some sort of bullish pattern, like the money flow on the lower time frames breaking up. Bitcoin dominance, we are still within our symmetrical triangle, so we do have a possibility to break up. We have a reversal arrow where it's saying our previous trend is going to end. Our previous trend was this big green candle, so that could signal that we could start to fall. Money flow is coming out, so that could be in confluence with it. VWAP's coming down, stochastic's trying to ramp up. Our RSI has gone pretty flat. Momentum looks like we could start to curl out if this VWAP and money flow don't start to turn. So this is a key point. We're probably going to break one way or the other. I'm leaning a little more bearish just because the daily money flow is bearish. So that means for our futures here, we could see this value area low retested. And if we break through that, we could fill this lower gap finally. over on Bitcoin for the daily, we are kind of retesting this flag. We did come out of it yesterday, so we're just barely trying to fall out of it again. Stochastic's trying to ramp up, RSI is trying to ramp up, our money flow is just inching out very slightly. VWAP has gone pretty flat, and our momentum is pretty flat as well, but overall falling. So everything's slightly more bearish than bullish, but we do have a green candle here. Tomorrow's candle and this candle will determine if we can close into this pattern. We could see a break above it, but if we close here, we could see a red candle tomorrow, and we could see the full breakdown of this pattern. If we look over at the 4 hour, our money flow is in the red. We have been red for quite some time, so our trend is bearish. Stochastic is falling with lower highs. Our RSI is kind of tapering off here, so we're not looking too strong. Our VWAP is starting to curl and getting close to that neutral zone, and our momentum isn't very strong over that neutral line either, so that could start to curl and fall as well. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic is trying to get a curl up, so we are trying to push forward, but our RSI is starting to curl away, so even though we're trying to test, we may see that fall back down. Our momentum is starting to curl out, money flow is starting to reject away from the neutral, so we tried to go bullish, but we got rejected. Same thing happened back here. Our VWAP is starting to head back down, and we are making lower highs and getting close to testing that neutral zone. We have this reversal arrow. We did have a downtrend, so this reversal arrow could signal we have an uptrend coming, but that's not always a guarantee, so don't bet everything just on that. Over on the daily, might be able to call this a hourly, don't know why I said daily. Might be able to call this a rising wedge here. Yep, so as we all know, rising wedges break us down. So we could come back into this flag and then just fall flat. So just watch out for that. So don't get too excited unless we actually break away from the flag. Our RSI is falling, stochastic is falling with a bearish cross, momentum has a red dot and is falling, money flow is testing the bearish zone on the hour, so the hourly was bullish but very weak, and is testing bearish, so if we break into the bearish and gain some momentum down to the downside, we could see a breakdown. Our VWAP is heading down too, so we're not looking too strong here. Over on graph, on the daily, we are getting a little bit of a push here. Our stochastic's trying to push, our RSI is sliding though, so watch out. Our money flow overall is sliding, VWAP is trying to push up, but starting to kind of curl away. Our momentum is kind of falling away, so overall we're not too strong. We kind of came to a resistance area, so we could fall down and meet some support, possibly down in this 10 cent area. If we don't, we could see them lower areas. So over on the 4 hour, our stochastic is curling. We have a bit of a descending triangle if you consider these outliers. So that could break us down. Stochastic's rolling over, RSI is starting to roll over, VWAP's rolling over, money flow is well into the bearish territory. Momentum's starting to curl away, so overall I'd say the 4 hours not looking too strong either. Over on the 2 hour, we have a double red X, so that's not good for us. Our stochastic is trying to push up, but could easily just fall flat. Our RSI is trying to push up, VWAP's gone pretty flat above the neutral zone, so we are bullish, but just clinging on to that. Our momentum wants to kind of roll away here as well, so watch out for that, and our money flow is curling away from the neutral zone. So overall, I'd say the 2 hour is more bearish leaning than bullish, but we do have the potential for a move up if this stochastic is to continue carrying on, and we see the RSI move forward and the money flow kind of curl away. We'll have to see the 1 hour. The 1 hour we want to break bullish, so if we can cross over and hold, that could be good for us, kind of like here. We did cross over, we gapped up, so we fell back down, but we did not hold. We didn't really cross over very strongly, so what you want to see is a pretty strong break, not just a little weak break up. Momentum's making lower highs, even though price is pretty consistent, so we have bearish divergence there. Stochastic wants to run up, but overall we're falling from a bearish divergence, have a manipulation X here that could bring us down, and our RSI is starting to curl away, so If the 1 hour doesn't break bullish on the money flow, I'd say we could be set up for some more downside. And I look for that crossover in like the next couple candles. So anchor, not good here. We did retest our value area low and we have been rejected by it, so we could see some further downside. Our stochastic wants to cross, RSI wants to come up, has a green dot, but last time that didn't really take us anywhere, so don't bet the farm on that. Our VWAP wants to head up overall, so we'll have to see if it can actually cross, or if it does what everything else is doing and just starts to roll from here. Our money flow is trying to go somewhat bullish, but we can't really get away from this range right now. Our momentum is somewhat looking like we could start to curl soon and get a green dot, so we'll have to watch for that. But if the money flow starts to reject away, this could easily start to curl down. Over on the 4 hour, our stochastic is rolling away, RSI is starting to roll away, VWAP's rolling away. Our money flow has broken back into the bearish territory, and our momentum looks like it's about to kind of curl away with a red dot soon. So overall, I'd say we're not looking too strong here. We are kind of making a bear flag here, so we could see some further downside. It's not a very big bear flag, but nonetheless, it is a bearish pattern. Now over on the 2 hour, our stochastic is falling, RSI is falling. Money flow is starting to curl down, so not looking too good. We were pretty strong. Momentum's starting to curl down. VWAP's testing the neutral zone. So the 2 hours in a pretty pivotal point. If we give it up to the bears here, we could see a pretty good break to the downside. Over on the 1 hour, our stochastic's pretty beat down. We're about to break through that neutral zone, so watch for that. RSI is falling down. Momentum is falling. Our money flow is in the bullish territory though, so if this can maintain and everything else can start to curl up, that would be a positive sign for us. Our VWAP is in the bearish zone and overall falling at a pretty decent rate, so overall I'd say we're a little more bearish leaning than bullish. Over on XRP, we are within our flag still, so I'd say soon we could possibly break out, as we've kind of tested this twice now. And we keep riding the top of the flag. Every time you ride a support or resistance, you're making it weaker. Our stochastic is starting to fall, kind of trying to curl. RSI wants to curl up. Our momentum might try to get a green dot here. We'll have to watch. Our money flow is starting to get a little bit of a curl to the upside. VWAP is close to breaking through that neutral zone, so we'll have to see if this momentum can continue and actually bring us up through this flag into this other range. Over on the 4 hour, we're getting a little bit of a reversal arrow here, so we were going sideways and did fall, so we could see some upside from that. RSI and stochastic want to run up, but stochastic could get a bearish cross here, so just bear that in mind. Our money flow is starting to point downward, but overall is in the bullish territory. It has been for quite some time, so the 1 hour, we finally got that crossover a few days ago, so we could get some liftoff since we're maintaining this bullish momentum and we're not really going anywhere. So 4 hour back to the 2 hour, our stochastic's running up pretty hard. Our RSI is trying to run up, momentum's coming up, our money flow is staying in the bullish territory, VWAP is staying pretty high as well, so our medium term and our momentum are staying pretty good, money flow is staying high. We have a kind of double reversal, so I'd be a little weary with this, because sometimes when you see this reversal with the green dot, you'll get a breakdown, and then we have a reversal arrow after that, so we're just showing all sorts of goofy signals here. The 1 hour, we are kind of curling away, so we could see some downside. Maybe we get a break to the support, and then we hit the resistance and break through. We'll have to kind of see. Our stochastic is starting to fall. We're getting a double red dot. RSI is falling, momentum's falling, and our money flow is maintaining its strength pretty well, but everything else is falling, so we could see this money flow curl down. Our VWAP is testing the neutral zone, so we'll have to see if it breaks through and goes into the bearish territory. So finally, on Algo, we did kind of almost break through this range, so we are just clinging on to this support area. If we do break any lower, then we could be in for that like way low range we'll kind of have to watch from there, as, like I said, we haven't been lower than this. Our money flow is trying to curl, so we'll have to see if we get a green dot in the next few candles. Stochastic's just dumping. RSI is falling. Our VWAP is trying to come up, but our money flow is rejecting away. So overall, everything is more bearish leaning than bullish. Over on the 4-hour, stochastic is starting to curl away. RSI is starting to head up. VWAP is pretty flat here. Our money flow is making higher lows. I'm trying to head up, and our momentum does have a double green dot and is trying to curl up. So the 4-hour is showing some signs that we could possibly put a bottom in here. We'll have to see. Maybe we make a double bottom, like a small double bottom, and get some lift off from that. Over on the 2-hour, stochastic is pretty overbought, so we have maximum strength on stochastic. RSI is over that neutral zone, so we have our bullish momentum coming to the RSI. Our VWAP is heading up. Momentum is heading up. Our money flow is kind of curling away though, but trying to come back up. So the money flow I'd be a little skeptical of, and I'd watch that closely. Over on the 1-hour, money flow is in the bearish territory, so I'd watch for this to break bullish before getting too excited. VWAP is starting to round down. RSI is starting to round down. Stochastic's starting to round with a bearish cross. So just watch out, as, like I said, anywhere under this zone could set us up for like a really bad fall, as we've never been any lower than this. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.